Hey, we always live Elvis.
Memphis Mafia kid, and
And Teresa.
we're missing Laney today. She's actually working on a project on a video editing or something, but
Yeah.
she'll be back with us next video. She said she missed y'all and see y'all. So
Yeah.
with that, hey y'all, we hope everybody has had a fantastic weekend. I know we did. Enjoying and spending it with mom and dad, and had a really good time with them. And it's always great spending time with them. And with that, y'all, hey, we got some great
Questions.
viewers' questions. Appreciate y'all sending them, and hey, y'all keep sending them in. So let's get to them.
Okay. Colleen Louise, 3678. Did any of you Mafia kids ever mischievously break something at Graceland? And if so, what was Elvis's reaction?
We did. I mean, we played around, but just what I call white nights, maybe stuff sitting on the end table or downstairs stuff. We got a little rowdy, like I've said, with throwing pool balls at each other and course horse playing, grab assing and just being kids. And at times we chip stuff and broke one or two things. I don't even know if Elvis ever, anybody ever even said anything to him about it. But if they had of, he wouldn't have.
It's no wonder y'all weren't like shoot out of the house all the time.
He wouldn't have. He probably would have laughed about it. And
All right, from Betty Bloomfield, 4824. Do you remember the days of the early tours with your dad working them? Are there any special things about his experience, and did he host the tours?
At Graceland, yeah, I worked at Graceland too during that time. I come on just about a year, a little less than a year after Daddy started working for him. But I remember, yes, he loved it, and he gave great tours. He was one of the main tour guides, and as we've talked about in the past, it got to where it wanted to be like a skit and stick to it or whatever. And if Daddy's asked something, he's going to tell it, and he's going to tell it like it is. So y'all can fill in the blanks and know why he wasn't working there anymore.
He didn't like getting a script to read, huh?
Right.
Okay, Manly Stranger. Did you ever get to meet JD Sumner? And did you get to ride on the bus Elvis bought him?
I've met JD many times, but I never did ever ride on the bus that I recall. But JD was a funny man. Always loved his deep voice. And he was a smoker. So, not that that's what got me started smoking, but I just remember he would smoke a lot. I guess it helped with his, or maybe he thought it did, but he was funny. He was a funny man.
Shadaisies. Did Elvis have a favorite candy he kept on hand? Meaning he kept nearby, like in a candy dish?
Yeah, well, I mean, there was always candies.
No.
Do what?
Well, I didn't know if you understood. I thought, do you understand what I was saying?
No, I did have a brain.
You had a brain fart?
Yeah, there. Well, yeah, okay. Well, we're a family show, brain fart. He kept, there was candy kept around Graceland. That's a great question of exactly what he asked, and I'm gonna, check with Mom and them and get them to answer that on EFM. Of exactly, probably what his favorite was. But there was different candies, some hard candies, and there was always candy, like for kids, there was always Grandma Dodger, as y'all know her, she always kept candy when we'd go in to see her for as kids, peanut butter cups, almond joy, Snickers, all the favorites back to her.
And they were probably the full-size bar.
Yeah, well,
not them little mini things they got today.
And even with like I said, when we would trick or treat at Halloween in Grayson, that's what we got. It was full-size bars.
Yeah, you didn't need to go trick-or-treating in the neighborhood.
Yeah, most of the time we didn't.
No, you got a bag full at Graceland.
But a certain main kind that he liked, I'll ask him and get them an answer. That's a great question.
Parker 7189. Danny, what's your favorite Elvis album?
All of them.
So we'll say it
No,
probably depends on
well,
the day.
I mean, yes, it is really, but probably I would have to say the Moody Blue. Just because I thought it, not only did it have a lot of the great songs on there, but it just, if you, the Blue album, the way they made it, I just thought it was cool I always thought it was cool back then. But, I mean, there again, I mean, it's hard to pinpoint it. I mean, all of Elvis's albums, they're fantastic. They got great songs, a great mixture, I think, of your slower songs and your faster songs. So.
Dora Tamori. Did Elvis shave and maintain his sideburns, or did someone do them for him?
Hairdresser, whoever was doing his hair most of the time, kept sideburns trimmed and groomed and stuff like that. Now, not to say that he didn't, maybe do a little himself, but majority of the time that was mainly done by a hairdresser. And then, of course, now shaving, regular shaving and shaving his face, he did himself.
Okay, Kelly TD3. What would Elvis think of Navarone getting money from Elvis's estate?
I personally don't think that he would have really liked it, and I stated my point on it. I don't, nothing against anybody, but I mean, Elvis left Graceland to his child, which was Lisa Marie, the only child Elvis had. And, there's so much, and we had other questions. Since we're on it real quick, we'll just, I've been getting, me and Teresa's been getting things sent about, what do we think about Navarro and saying this and doing this and doing this. I'll be honest with you, I don't really care. I mean, I don't like it, and just my opinion on. But he's his own man, grown man. I do not know him, but in my opinion, and I know Teresa feels the same way. Elvis, the word Elvis shouldn't even really come out of his mouth. I mean, he's got nothing to do with Elvis. Elvis was not his father, and. Outside maybe what, his mama told him or talked about, that's all he really know about Elvis. So, I mean,
Yeah. I think it sounds like a jealous reach for attention.
Yeah. But to the main question, Elvis left his estate and everything he had to who he wanted to have it. That's the way I feel about it. So.
Gemma Lancaster is Lainey Daniel's daughter.
Lainey sure is Daniel's daughter, and isn't she just like her? Little mini me.
Yeah. Okay. Jenkins says, I saw a video of your dad. It said he and family members were members of Bob Joyce's church. Is this true?
We actually, somebody sent us that, and we seen that video. So let's just. And, I know Mom and Dad's cleared it up, but, I'm going to clear it up one more time. We don't, nothing against the man. We have never met Bob Joyce. We don't know Bob Joyce, and we sure aren't members of his church.
No. And your daddy isn't.
Never have been, never will be. We have our own church, and, our way of doing our religious things, and that's just some more I guess to grab attention or whatever, but I totally think that it's excuse me, y'all can't have shit of some, but we've dealt with our whole life of things people put out and that people do and say and all, but to put that and use pictures of Daddy and Mama or any of us, and make a statement that they don't know what the hell they're talking about, it gets aggravating. And sorry, but hey, I understand. We read and see a lot of things too about a lot of different things, not just Elvis, and we wonder too. So, That's a great question. Appreciate you asking it, but no. Once again, don't even know the man,
No.
except for just like y'all do. That people think he's Elvis, which, I mean, we won't even go there. That's stuff. Okay. But anyway, was that all the questions?
That was.
Hey, y'all.
For now.
Look, we appreciate them all. Keep sending them. And, we've got just a few more weeks to Mom and Daddy's event. We cannot wait. Looking forward to seeing y'all that's going to be there and y'all that's going to be in town. I know things are tight and a lot of you ain't going to make it. And for those of you don't, we're going to miss y'all, but our prayers and thoughts and love are with y'all. And those of you that will be, we can't wait to see you. Y'all be real careful. Like I said, we'll have Laney back next video. Teresa, you got anything before we get out?
Just like, subscribe, comment.
Okay, and we'll see y'all next video. Remember, y'all,
we always live Elvis.